It's time for Dads Making a Difference, powered by First Things First. This transformative show will help you learn how to handle the stress of fatherhood, how to better relate to your child, navigate the child support system, and all things that come with being a dad. With your hosts, Reggie Madison and James Frankie Woods.
But today, we got a celebrity in the house. Singer, songwriter, music producer, performer, and recording artist, Swayyvo. He makes music, he drops lyrics, he sets the atmosphere, but most importantly, he's a father. Welcome, my man. Welcome.
I love that introduction. I love that.
Man, listen now, I couldn't wait to say this to you today, man. I couldn't wait to say this to you, man.
I love that. I'm eating it up. Shout
out to the host, man. Shout out to the co-host.
It's good to have you, man. Tell us a little bit about you, man. Where you from? A little about your family, that kind of thing.
Man, obviously I'm Swayyvo. I can't do an introduction like that, but I'm Swayyvo. I engineer, recording artist, saxophone player. Like they said, I am a dad. I have 2 girls, 6 and 8. I see them every day, definitely involved. Take that very serious. Yeah, man, happy to be on the show with y'all. Looking forward to getting into it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So tell us a little bit, what got you into the music industry?
So for starters, I always been a writer. So I started off in poetry, like my mom. So my mom is a poet. She's a singer, raised in the church. So I was always around very gifted musicians. If you're a musician, the best musicians start off in the church. That's just how it works. That's just how it works. Well practiced, disciplined. That's just how it works. So
you were there every Tuesday, every Saturday for choir rehearsal, every Sunday.
Routine.
That's structure.
Yeah, routine. Structure. So it went from that to my mom wanted me to play an instrument. I wanted to do the trumpet or the drum. She was like, well, Jared, the girls love the saxophone players. I'm like, oh, really? Well, at that time, I had the little fro with the little cone, where I didn't pick it, so I slept on, so it's flat on sides, little cone head type thing going on. So, I wasn't really popular amongst it, so that's what I wanted. I wanted the ladies. My mom said the saxophone. Okay, so that's what I chose. 6 years in, I thought she was a liar. That 7th year hit, and I started getting good because I stuck with it. And then I realized them kids started coming.
Oh, man.
and then she was right. So that's how I got into it. And I stuck with it ever since.
Yeah. See, he was playing the sax. You were dancing.
Yeah.
I was just trying to play basketball.
Okay.
See how it always come back together.
Hey, man, it come back together. Yeah, for sure.
Gotcha. So when you're performing, how do you get into performance mode? Are you just free and doing your thing, or what makes you different from practice or rehearsing?
So I can't say that I'm really practice or rehearse. A lot of times my practice and rehearsal comes from doing it, booked every week, multiple times a weekend, through the week. I don't really have time to practice like that. So, I guess my preparation looks more like I get there early. I feel like professionalism, getting there early. I like to scan the room. I like to have my equipment set up. I like to introduce myself to whatever DJ. I like to go through the people, talk to the people, see what they like, through conversation, just kind of learn my crowd. I like to walk on the stage, whatever stage I'll be performing on, just walk across and see what it'll feel like to be on stage. Get my mind ready. I like to clear my mind, get ready for what I'm about to do, opening words. So I'll create like a script kind of on spot, get my words together, get the flow of my set together, because usually I'll come in and I'll have a set prepared. Once I get there and the crowd looks different, I'll change the set, rearrange songs, rearrange the set, completely. And then when it comes time to perform, I have a better gauge of, what people are expecting, what they may like. So I guess that's what my preparation looks like.
That's a gift right there.
Right.
So you telling me you can show up and it's almost like, let me get input from what's going on with the people. Right. So that I can give them what they want.
Yeah. I mean, that's part of being an entertainer. You want to be able to entertain. You want to give people what they want. Like, what did people come to see? There's a bunch of different sides to Swayyvo. So some people who come to see me, they want me to rap. They're expecting Red, they're expecting Zone, they're expecting Heaven on Earth, they're expecting, the artist side. Some people who come to see me, they want me to play saxophone. Some people just want to see me in general, you know what I'm saying? So I have to see, it's like, oh, hey, how you doing? If I notice that the crowd is an older crowd, they are going to want more saxophone. I may fit some other stuff in from time to time, but they're going to want to see more saxophone. If the crowd is more younger, yeah, I know what they came. They want me to turn up. Okay, well, yeah, mosh pit. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It can go from one extreme to another.
Gotcha.
So
what is it that you're hoping the audience experiences?
Something that they never seen before. I feel like I've seen some of my favorite performers. I got to see Kendrick Lamar in person. I got to see Saba. I don't know if y'all know who that is, but it's a young rapper out of Chicago. Some of the I study the way people perform. And I want to see, I know that people want to feel the energy. They want you to be relatable to them. So I want to be relatable. I want them to leave thinking, dang, I want to be better. I want to go out and be creative. I want to go out, you know what I'm saying? I want to inspire people, because I really got it out the mud for real. I really, this was a pipe dream. I really didn't even know. I didn't think that it would turn out how it's turning out, but I said so, therefore it is.
Was there a moment where it really kind of took off, where you were like, you know what, I can do this?
Several. Every year there's something big. I did the Patti LaBelle. That was definitely a defining moment. Me open up for Patti LaBelle. There's 1,000 people in front of me, probably the biggest crowd I've ever been in front of. So that was definitely a defining moment. Me collaborating with the NBA year after year on getting them music for their highlight reels for LeBron James, for whoever. I produced a song for K-Camp, so he's one of my favorite artists. I've always loved his music because he's, he a hit maker. Time and time again, he just come out with the freshest music. You know what I'm saying? So me being able to produce a song for him plus Young Blue, that was a big deal. Here in Chattanooga, I did the Ford Bronco commercial. They used Zone for the Ford Bronco commercial. I thought that was crazy. So that was definitely a defining moment. Me waking up in the morning, not having to rely on nobody to pay me. I don't work for anybody else. I work for myself. So me being able to wake up, check my email, and it's like United Masters just sent you a payment. I go check the mail, and then there's a royalty check there. Then I go to my mom's house, and she's like, oh, some mail came in from you, and it's another check. And it's like, dang, my bill's paid and for the next couple months, and I'm finna take my family out to eat. These are all are all defining moments. These all help, it's like, you can do this.
So to piggyback off of that, what's fatherhood like for you? What's fatherhood like for Swayyvo?
It's a learning experience every day. My kids are still young, and I'm raising young girls. I grew up in a single parent home, so I am learning how to be the father I never had, day by day. My mom taught me how to be the best person I can be.
Gotcha.
She did a phenomenal job. She could never really teach me how to be a man, but she was able to place me around affluent men, influential men, ambitious men, to where men who were good with their hands, men who clean gutters, men who knew how to go and cook for the fam, men who knew how to, keep the grass cut, men who knew how to fix the cars, men who knew how to do the plumbing, without calling nobody first. I grew up like that, So me growing up, me teaching young girls, what to look for in a man. I want them, you ever heard that term, your girls are gonna grow up to want a man like they daddy? I've always heard that. So I want my girls to, my girls never hear me raise my voice at their moms.
Right.
They don't hear me do that.
Gotcha.
They don't hear us argue. We go out to eat. We get a babysitter. We go out to eat. We talk about it over food. You know what I'm saying? Certain things we keep away from them. I do want them to watch me communicate with their mom, even in heated situations, so they know even when my daddy is upset, there's a control. He know how to control his voice. He know how to, you know what I'm saying? It's every day I'm learning. You know, my kids are getting older. They coming to me, talking to me about, asking me some of the craziest stuff, man. They coming and asking me, Daddy, what's a Mexican? It's like, Daddy, why this person act like this? And it's like, I don't even know what to tell them. You know what I'm saying? So it's a learning situation for me, day by day, man.
Right. Shout out Mama Swayyvo, man. Shout out Big Mom. Shout out Mom Swayyvo, man.
Yeah, man.
I'm a single. My mom was a single parent too, so
Yeah.
I get it. My dad was around, but not like that. But so I can understand that, man. So shout out Mom Swayyvo.
For sure, man. The GOAT.
Oh, so tell me, how has it like changed you? How has it impacted you, this whole fatherhood?
Being a father. Definitely, I had to let a lot of childish things go. The older my kids get, the more aware they are, and they will ask me why I do certain things, and I know that I need to be able to have an answer on spot. I need to be able to have a good answer, because they're always watching. So it just helped me become a better person, because I want them to be good people. It helped me to be the person I want to be able to raise them. I need to be able to carry myself a certain way, do certain things, be knowledgeable of certain things in order to make sure they have what they need, you know, mentally, financially, physically. You know what I'm saying? Man, it's turned me into an all around. I pay attention to the details. I understand women better.
Wow.
I understand women better
Gotcha.
because of my kids, for sure. Dealing with the patience that I have to have when my daughters are telling me about their day. You know, I apply that to their moms, and I'm like, I could have been doing this the whole time. Like, oh, okay. You know, yeah, for sure.
So
Better man.
So what has been the most challenging part of a journey about being a dad? What's for you?
The most challenging part. There's a lot to that, cause I mean, so if I'm being honest, so I'm guessing we can be transparent here, cause we all men here, so I guess we go. So it is hard for me to always spend time, because when you are a working man, and especially where you don't work for nobody and it's just you hustling. You constantly busy. So it take they moms or one of my girls to call me like, where you at? When are you going to come and see me? When are, you know what I'm saying, can we go out for ice cream, for me to realize, for me to tap back in like, oh, I have a family that I have to pay attention to, and that is just as important as me putting food on the table or breaking the bread. You know, that is definitely challenging for me. I have 2 girls, and me, I'm a saxophone player. I like women.
Yeah.
That's what I like. So I had to grow up faster than I wanted to.
Yeah.
So that I could focus on what was important, which was my girls and their well-being and what they see. I have to take care of. That is difficult for a person that is a musician, that is as many places as I am at one time. I can be in Atlanta, I can be in Texas, I can be in Virginia, I can be in Chicago. I just left from Chicago. I could be anywhere, and people are constantly, you know, the devil busy. You know, there's always temptation everywhere. So it's like that all time. I mean, if you're a dad like me, these things affect you when you're out. You know, you have to think twice before you make certain moves. You know what I'm saying? That's difficult.
Well, I mean, it's just that simple. Like, at the end of the day, you're a gifted man with a really high-end talent as a musician, as a rapper, as a singer, and ladies like it.
Yeah. Yeah, and they're attracted to it, and it's like, and I know that they, it's like they like the idea of what they see. They don't really want that issue.
That's good.
You don't really want the issues that come with.
That's good.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you don't want these problems, man.
and we all, men in general, struggle with balancing time, providing, making sure you have everything you need financially, food and all that, with just being there, And so, and I'm glad to hear you say that, because there's a lot of men, myself included, that have to fight that battle on a regular basis of, like you said, of making sure you tap back in.
Right.
And sometimes it takes the kids to remind, with that little offside statement, they be like, man, Dad, you sure are working a lot lately.
There you go.
Right. And
there you go.
You got to tap back in.
You got to. You got to.
All right, babe, let's go out to eat. Let's go. Let's go skating.
So what has been the best part about being a dad for you?
Oh man, taking them to school, picking them up from school. When I walk in, and they run to me, Daddy. That make me feel like,
you know your worth.
Yeah, like
You know your worth.
it, like this is why I do it. This is why I work so hard, because the smile on this face. Like, how can I not? It's so many parts to it. It's the learning. It's me growing, watching them grow. Man, the growth on both ends over time is I want to say addictive. Like, it's like watching how fast they learn and then learning from them. Like, I remember them old folk in church used to be, out of the mouths of babes. You know what I'm saying? The truth is told.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like my kids say stuff at 8. And at first, I be wanting to tell them, you can't say that. And then I think about how intelligent what they just said was. It's like, where did you learn that? Where did you come up with this? Who taught you this? You know what I'm saying? They just so fat. I love that. Those are definitely the best parts for me, for sure. Yeah.
So you're a girl dad.
I am. Yeah, a real girl dad, and they love their daddy.
Yeah, man. Fathering girls is a little different.
Definitely.
How has the challenge of raising girls kind of challenged you as a man?
Well, I did. I mean, like I said, it's just like taking how I have, I heard this some people say, all right, you don't want your girls to find a man like you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I had to shape up real fast when I kept you know what I'm saying? At first, before I had girls, it didn't register to me. But now that I got girls, it's like, and I see all these little boys and how they being raised, you know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't like me. You know what I'm saying? So everybody don't raise their kids the same way.
Right.
So it's like my kids be going to school with these little boys, and I hear something. My little girl got a cell phone, so I monitor her cell phone. So I see some of the things that, they do the little group chats and stuff like that. Now, keep in mind, she 8. I didn't have a cell phone at 8. And I know y'all kids didn't have cell phones at 8. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, this is very much new to me. And they're scrolling, and I'm hearing the stuff that these other little boys are doing on their social media. And it's like, babe, give me your phone. Come on, we going outside. Because that is challenging for me. Because, you want to be, I don't want to be over protective. I want to protect her. I want to be able to teach her about life first before the social media. Yeah. That is the biggest trial that I'm going through as a parent currently, is battling, outside knowledge. And it's like me teaching her the right way. Like, babe, I know you're going to see these things. You're going to see people do these things handled this way. Listen, you cannot fall victim to that. You got to be yourself. You got to love yourself. You have to do what you know is right. And 9 times out of 10, they don't do it. They don't do it. You know what I'm saying? They get older to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, they say train up a child. You know what I'm saying? But the training part is the hard part because,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Man, bro, some of this stuff that I have seen on their social media,
It's wild, man.
I didn't see until, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I was at least 12, 13.
It's wild.
You know what I'm saying? My little girl is very knowledgeable and she's aware of everything that go on. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
She's very aware.
You have a desire to impact the community. And what do you want? What mark would you want to leave on the community and household? Would you want to leave?
In the household?
No, household
community.
in the community. How would you want to leave that mark?
Okay, well, two different things. One, in the musical aspect. So right now I'm working on an initiative to where I want to give musicians, I want to create a union that gives musicians health and dental care. So health insurance, because I'm a musician. I don't have insurance on my mouth or my health. So I feel like there is money allocated from downtown that could be allocating this money in the right way. Right now, I'm seeing where all of the money for the arts is being given to theater, you know, ballet, CTC. You know what I'm saying? That does not look like the culture, but the culture is what Chattanooga is right now. We are putting Chattanooga on the map. I want to even the playing fields. It's not about color. I want it to be evenly dispersed, though. I want the playing fields to be more even. I want us to be able to get grants. I want us to be knowledgeable because, you know, there needs to be an arts field, you know, closer to, you know, maybe at Midtown. You know what I'm saying? Like Brainerd. There needs to be an arts field there. That, like, move some of this downtown love where this money is being exchanged, and let's spread it out a little bit, because I feel like that's lacking. I feel like right now I'm the only artist that bridges that gap between inner city and downtown. Right now I'm the only artist that do that. So I'm happy to take that responsibility of, you know, making that initiative. So that's one mark I want to leave. This, as far as I know you didn't say homes, but something came to me. If I was to leave a mark in the home, if I had any advice to any parents, there is a system that has been built to keep us apart. I'm talking about black men and black women. You know, black men are raised, you know, these H's ain't loyal, these B's ain't loyal. And women are stressing their independence. They don't need no man. All of this is attacked to keep us separated. You know, things, I mean, the way the system works, you know, Section 8, you know, where you can't even get Section 8 housing if the man in the household. You know, you can't get WIC if the man is in the household. You can't get government assistance if you need it as a family. You have to be a single parent in order to get these. All of these are ploys to keep us separated, and I want us to be knowledgeable of that, and I want us to fight towards it. I'm on Facebook quite a bit because I'm into social media, and I'm constantly seeing statuses where women are saying, I don't need no man. It's like, babe, you're not going to never find no man, and he not going to never really want to give himself fully to you because he feel like you don't need him. Well, it's okay. I don't want you to be dependent on me, but I do want you to rely on me. That is important. Otherwise, what am I here for? I don't want to, every time we get into an argument, you telling me how you don't need me.
That's real talk.
You know what I'm saying?
That's real talk.
So I don't. So that's one way that if when I do get into situations where I can talk about things like that, that is definitely one of the main talking points for me.
That's real talk. Man, I applaud. I've just from afar, I've always applauded how you've been willing to just, you know, use your platform to try to push forward the community. Mm-hmm. And I appreciate it. I really do. I really do.
Man. We got to.
Yeah. A couple of questions for you real quick. We like to ask everybody, what's the funnest or craziest thing you've ever done with your daughters?
The craziest thing I ever did with my daughters. Well, I can't call it crazy, but I am always in the studio. I'm always traveling, so I had to take my daughter. So there's this really popular group out of Atlanta called Earth Gang. One of my child's moms, it was one of her favorite groups at the time. She loves Earth Gang. So I remember she wasn't too happy about me leaving with them and taking them where I was taking them. I'm like, well, this what they daddy do, and they gonna be with their daddy, so this where we going. So I'm in the studio, and I'm getting messages from her. I'm ignoring them right now, so I'm like, I tell the dude from Earth Gang, I'm like, hey man, do me a favor. I could have asked for a picture and got a bunch of clout for me, like, oh, Swayyvo in the studio with Earth Gang, but I told Nadia, I'm like, babe, go over there with him. I'm finna take a picture. I'm like, hey, Olu, can you take a picture with her? He was gladly, of course, gave her a hug. I took a picture and I sent it to the mom. She was like, oh, okay. I didn't tell her who I was going to meet or nothing like that. So I sent the picture. She was like, oh, okay. I will never forget that. I'll never forget that. Yeah. I'm like, do not think for a second you have to worry about who her daddy finna have her around. Only the most influential get to, tap into our space. You know what I'm saying? That sticks out to me forever. Yeah.
That's good stuff.
Gotcha. 2 minutes. Oh, man, look, today, I know we got more questions, but I had a chance to do this yet. Okay. But it's just going to piggyback off what you're saying.
Okay.
Of what you're saying as an artist and what you bring to Chattanooga.
Gotcha.
Today, it's about Swayyvo. So dads make a difference want to give you your flower today. To say thank you for what you're doing for the community. Thank you for being a great father. Thank you for showing fathers how to be a musician and coming from that transition to being a good father. So from dads making a difference, from first things first, we want to say thank you today about being a great guy. Keep pushing your envelope, and God got you.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all so much, man.
Thanks for coming on, man.
Thank you, man.
Of course, anytime, man. Anytime.
And hey, all those that out there, keep making a difference.
Gotcha.
Keep making a difference.
You've been listening to Dads Making a Difference, powered by First Things First. Join us for our next episode right here.